where I live stream Monday through Thursdays here on TikTok and YouTube to connect with women who are ready to come out of hiding, while also at the same time talking to women who are called to do very specific things in the world and their full power is required. This week, a time is going to be a little different. So for the rest of the week, the times that I will be here will be sporadic. So my usual time of 12 o'clock, I will not be here tomorrow and Thursday. My name is Naima. Welcome. I am the founder of the Academy for Womanhood, where we help women grow up and become unapologetic women who design their lives based on true desires terms. And as the founder, my specialty, my expertise is working with women who were born different. Okay, not women who are different as a trauma response, but women whose genetics at birth, they were born with seeds of change in them. And so yesterday I went live talking about what the experience is like for this woman because of the viral video I have going right now, talking about a big one. And since you were a kid, you have been different. You have been called the devil. You have been called wrong, bad, what you know to be true. You have been able to see through things since you were 4 years old. You have always been different. You are not different because your mama didn't love you and you created a trauma response to hide and make yourself small. You hid and made yourself small because you have always been different. I'm making these clear distinctions for those of you who are new here. For those of you who have been here, this is nothing new that I'm saying. I'm saying this for those of you who are new here, and I'm going to continue to say this because my visibility is growing. So today's topic is dangerous, prosperous, and hiding. Today's topic is dangerous, prosperous, and hiding. I'm bringing this topic forward for one, the woman who is stable and corporate, but she's miserable. Okay, so I'm talking to multiple women through different angles in this conversation. Okay, so one, I'm talking to the woman who has stability, meaning she has a job and she has remained hidden to keep that job. You're making very good money. Perhaps you're married with children. And you have done a really, really good job at lying, like so many women have. You've gotten really good at not being who you are as a means to maintain your stability, your comfort, etc. And the trade-off has been you don't know who you are. You haven't been able to express and live as who you are. And so now it's become too heavy. It's become too heavy. Thank you for the likes and the things that she's showing up on my screen. I can't tell what those are. But it's become too burdensome now. And in addition, you've had things like panic attacks, insomnia. Perhaps you're overweight. Perhaps you deal with great anxiety. You find yourself quite depressed while having all the things that society deems good and righteous and the path to success, which is you have a beautiful home. Perhaps you have a real estate portfolio. You have beautiful children. You have a beautiful car or cars. You have money. You have traveled. You do travel. You're able to buy. You are not struggling financially. You are doing well financially. And you recognize that you are in what we call golden handcuffs. Okay? Now, if for the women who love that and they're like, oh, this is it, then obviously this isn't for you. This is for those of you who, young, you traded who you really are for golden handcuffs because you thought that you could work it away. You thought if you got enough money, if you found enough success, if you created enough of the things that perhaps you saw your parents do or what the Bible says you're supposed to do or what everybody else seems to do, that if you did that, somehow that would move you away from this thing that has been inside of you all along. So I'm talking to that woman who is financially stable and successful and has the beautiful family and is miserable and depressed and unhappy. So I'm talking to her who's ready to come out, and she's always had the seed in her to be a change maker. Who I'm also talking to is the woman who you never quite got it together on the traditional trajectory. When I say traditional, I mean basically what was set up for humans to be. Everything I just described about that stable woman, okay? You actually are the opposite in many ways. You never could see yourself in corporate. You being in corporate felt like a strangle as soon as you recognize how the real world worked. Like I was as a teenager. I knew that the real world, the get married, have kids, move to the suburbs, right? So I'm also talking to you because the seed is in you too, and you just interacted with that seed very differently at a young age. Okay. Then I'm talking to the woman who you don't necessarily have the whole family in the suburbs and the corporate job and that stability over there. And you're not necessarily somebody who, as a teenager, was like, fuck this shit, but you have always been different. Okay. You have always been the standout child. Perhaps you were diagnosed as gifted as a young person. Or like a woman who messaged me last night, she, in her 30s, she said she was finally diagnosed with a high IQ because she was always incredibly advanced in everything around everybody. And she actually thought something was wrong with her. So I just described three different women right there. Okay. I just described three different women because we're looking for impact here. We're looking for impact here. And I want you to understand that no matter what angle you decided to take life, because all of us are sitting in different places and different realities in different places around the globe, what remains consistent is all of us have that seed, that deep, incontrovertible, won't go away seed. So here's another distinction I like to make for just to make it clear so you can hear it out of my mouth, so you can relax in that department and we can keep it moving. Everybody is important by the sheer fact that they're born. Okay? Everybody is divine. Everybody is important by the sheer fact that they're born. Okay? Let me come over here and say hi. Thank you, Tula. Hello, Tula. Thank you for liking the live. I see a lot of likes, and I had to move my screen over so I could see. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, so every human being is important. Every human being is divine by the sheer fact that you exist. Okay? And there are those of us who, as I said, have this seed in us that has never let us go. I like to create a distinction here. Hello, Sharon. Welcome in. I like to make a distinction here. So, when I say won't let you go, first of all, I direct you to a video that it's pinned to the top of my TikTok right now, and it has 70,000 views. And it talks in there about how when you have the seed in you that won't let you go, no matter what you do that's supposed to make you happy, no matter what you do that seems to make everybody else happy, no matter what you do that seems like I did all the right things. I did everything right. And you're still displeased, while at the same time, you have a very specific call that for the last 20 years, it has called you. I'm creating a very distinct lane right here, so I'm clear for the people who, they're just looking for something to do with themselves because they are lost in their lives. That's not who I'm talking to. I'm talking to those of us who have the seed, okay? So you've done all the right things, you have all the material things, and you're still displeased. None of it has been enough. While at the same time, you have had this call, okay? And the call comes at different volumes, at different seasons in your life. And I spoke with a woman yesterday who started to cry and almost was hyperventilating because the call is louder, the volume is up. She's in a season where the volume is up in her life. And she's saying yes to it versus how so many of you are like this. And the ways we do like this is we go get a job, we go get married, we just go do something that we can lock ourselves into because we think if we do this, then I'll be stable and comfortable. And so she's been saying yes to the call versus constantly saying no. And she's in that place where so many of us end up going, but because we have nobody with us in it, we get scared and we go back to the job, or we go back to religion, or you go back to the man. How many of y'all have done that? You left the dude because you already knew that wasn't the place for you. But you felt so unstable in the unknown. It felt so unfamiliar. You had the opportunity to make a whole new decision from this unknown place, and you didn't have the skill. What am I doing? You went back to Christianity. You went back to the man. And then you felt some kind of comfort and safety there for a little while. And then some time passed, and you were reminded why you left back then. And then you're mad at yourself because you see how you did the same thing. Oh, that pattern that you think you don't like. So she's crying on the phone yesterday. She's nearly hyperventilating. And she says, I've never had so much power before. And I don't know what to do with it. I've never had so much power before, and I don't know what to do with it. How honest. Thank you for sharing the live, Red 15. Hello, Oddly Sane. Has anyone here ever been there? You experienced the power in yourself. You asserted a power you never had. Something came out of you that's not me, and you didn't know what to do with it, or you got scared when you saw this thing come up out of you that you never knew was in you, or you start getting feelings that you never had before, and it feels so unfamiliar that you want to go find something to hide behind. I remember the first time this happened to me in a big way. I was living in Paris. And I was envisioning the next phase of the success I wanted, the life I wanted to be in it. And I was in such a submitted place in my body, in my mind, and I was just open, and my frequency was up, and this is when I saw, the seeing that you can't unsee. And I know so many of you have had this experience where you had this, if the word people often use is, it was overwhelming. So another way to look at that is, it was large and I didn't know what to do with it. So we call it overwhelming. Because when you know what to do with it, you do. But when you don't know what to do with it and you feel nervous, it feels foreign, it feels like too much, it feels strange, you say, this is overwhelming, right? I remember when I had that feeling of, this is overwhelming. I ran out of my apartment. I remember on the corner like, now this was before I really started to come into the physiological understanding of full power. A lot of you conceptually know of power. Intellectually, you know of power. So you'll sit and have a full-on conversation about power. And you'll have all these logical understandings about, because the moon is connected. And this is why we're like this, because, we are an energetic being and we all have a system, and we're all having electromagnetic field. And see, because this, and see, because our ancestors, right? And you'll have this completely intellectual understanding of how vast the power that we can actually embody is. But when it comes time for you to physiologically, like for real, land the fucking airplane, when it's time for you to be in your body and then be in a conversation, assert your will in a decision, make a decision somewhere that would totally destabilize your life, have you stand in something that's foreign to you, suddenly everything that you understood so logically about how we are an electromagnetic field, what we can do, that we're a vortex, that we need this force to propel us, suddenly you lose all of that. And now you're like, well, I am a human being in this meat suit. And you see, because you're not embodied. It's foreign, the embodiment physiological. And this is where women struggle, because all of us have been trained to mistrust our bodies, mistrust true desire. This is what how many of you, your pastors, been done to have y'all ashamed of trusting what happens here. Your body has a jolt, but you don't want to trust that. You want to trust what this tells you, which will always make up a story. You guys know the stories you tell yourself to keep you imprisoned. Yes or no? Yes or no? Oh my God, we will make up such good stories. Oh my, we're all novelists, aren't we? We're all such great novelists. We can make up such a story, while your body is saying something entirely different. Your body is saying, make the phone call, do it. It's telling, but what you do is you shut it down. Thank you for sharing the live, Kayo. You shut it down. Then you go up here and you say, well, I have to be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself. Dominique said, more so than anyone else could, I'm my worst hesitation. All of us. Thank you for sharing the live, Tula. Please share the live, especially if you're here on a regular basis and you get a lot of value. Please give others that value by sharing this live stream. Okay? So when this woman is on the phone with me, then I talked to another woman yesterday who tells me she's a born tantrika. She's a born tantrika. Do you know what that means? Like, do you know what you're capable of when you're a born tantrika? Another way you all can share your appreciation is CashApp. You see my CashApp there on the screen. Y'all know how that works, seed planting. She tells me she's a natural born tantrika. I'm not going to get into everything she shared, but the story making, the avoiding physiologically. This woman who's like, I've never had so much power and I don't know what to do with it. Because it's not here. Pussy power. Y'all need to come to the Womanhood initiation today at 5:00. If you're ready to be in a community meeting regularly to embody your power. If you have things that you are hungry to do in your life, make more money than you ever have, travel like never before, be able to command. I don't mean force. I mean command by being able to solidify intent. 5 p.m. Pacific, OPT. OPT, we know what's up with you, girl. If you're not ready to invest $99 a month, wait until you can, because that's the investment for the community, okay? The reason why so many of you are unable to anchor down a rock solid intent is because your body, you get nervous. Yeah, I know, but so you can't anchor down. I'm making $10,000 this month. And I'm not letting no ice cream, no TikTok, no savory food, not these kids. Nothing is getting in my way. You can't anchor it down because you're not embodied through and through. You're not all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. You're like, well, say no, because I got to do this because I feel guilty if I do that because what's going to happen? Because what if I don't? Because what if, is that happening or not on the inside? Yeah, no, yes or no? I'm tired. Yeah, because you're walking around with everything that you don't want, the negative thoughts, whatever stories you're telling yourself. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You can clear it up right now. Do you want to clear it up? Or do you like the struggle? Do you like it? It's familiar. I told the woman on the phone yesterday, I let her talk. I said, oh, you like this? The pattern was evident. She was mature enough to admit that she likes it. Anybody here want to admit, I like the struggle? I've been there. Oh, I remember loving financial struggle. I loved it because then I didn't have to be responsible for money. It could be my reason. Well, I can't do that because I don't have the money. I loved it. I can say that for myself. I loved it. I didn't have to think about money. A bill collector call, I ain't got it. Call somebody else. Maybe I'll have it in 6 months. So maybe you love the struggle. Maybe you love jumping from narcissist to narcissist to narcissist. You love it. You love being the victim. You love being mad at men. You love it. You love being used all up and then being drained and then feeling like you love it. You know, people who love generating feelings of being played. Like, how are you played all the time? How are you getting scammed all the time? You mean to tell me you just getting scammed all the time and that ain't you ain't got nothing to do with that? Well, how come she ain't getting scammed all the time? What's going on? So today's topic, dangerous, prosperous, and not hiding. So one of the reasons why we feel like we have to hide our power is because we think we're going to be killed, harmed, murdered, etc. And the skill that you will learn to develop with my company is the skill of being dangerous right in front of people's eyes, but because you know how to alter yourself in the moment at any given time, in any given room, in any given meeting, in any given conversation, etc., you know how to modify yourself. So you can be in a room full of vultures. You can be in front of a man who loves to prey on weak men, weak women. You can be in front of a rapist. You can be in front of your jealous mother. You can be in front of anything, anybody. You can be in front of a bitch who loved to whoop bitches' asses. You can be in front of a girl you used to be scared of. You can be in any room with anybody, anywhere on the planet and handle it. Because you got shit to do, yes or no? This is embodied skill that you will learn with my company. Not every woman wants that because that means that gives you enormous responsibility. Enormous responsibility. Because that means you know how to knock people down with your words, with your energy, with your way of being. You know how to hit, cut, do all kind of things. Because you know how to wield your intent from your fucking pussy. The very thing that the church don't want you to be connected to. So they made it dirty, you stanky pussy bitch. Yeah, they made you not want to look at it, smell it. They made you defer it over to a male. Oh, because he definitely knows what's better to do with that pussy, huh? He definitely knows that. Yeah. So, you hoe, that's how we shut y'all down. You hoe, you juke joint Jezebel, bitch, hoe, bitch. You stinking ass pussy. Pussy power. Oh, what you on that hoe shit? Guess what? Yeah, nigga, I'm on that hoe shit. Here is the fucking point. It's not that I just want women walking around talking about, yeah, nigga, I'm on that hoe shit. It's just so that you can handle any motherfucker. Because part of how they keep you disempowered is to have you be scared and ashamed. When you don't have no fear and you're not ashamed, do you know how fucking dangerous you are? Do you know how, do you want your fucking power or not? Half of you motherfuckers don't. So get the fuck on. Go tell your mama. Screenshot this shit, make it go viral on the internet. Go tell your God. Go tell your ancestors. Go tell the devil himself. Bitch, we about it. You want it or not? We all know what's in store for the bitches who don't be in their power. We already know the path for you. And all of us can do that. Y'all know good and goddamn well all of us can go get a man. They not hard to get. A good one, a bum one, an in-between, they not hard to get. If we really wanted to grow up, we could grow the fuck up. What's worth growing up for you? What's worth it? What's worth it? A lot of y'all ain't grown up yet because you're like, why? This shit is trash. Well, answer the question. What's worth it for you? You want to show me how happy you are? Zenatara Fiorina, cash at me. All of y'all who feeling grateful, all of y'all who eating right now off of this, cash at me, show me. Put a tithe in. You see it right there on the screen. You are going to develop this power inside of Shadow Gold, inside of my woman community. Any work you come in, especially where you're being supported. Heal Your Witch Wound is a DIY, so there's no community with that. I was on the phone with a woman this morning who was thinking there was community associated with Heal Your Witch Wound. There is no community associated with the Heal Your Witch Wound product. If you want actual community meet with women who are cultivating this power unapologetically, you need to be in the woman community. It's $99 a month. We're having our Womanhood initiation today at 5 p.m. Pacific. That is free if you want to come connect and see how we get down. That's today, 5 p.m. Pacific. You can register with the link in my bio. If you're on YouTube, it's NaimaSingletary.com/womanhood. And the link will be placed here in the description. NaimaSingletary.com/womanhood is where you register for today's initiation. Listen, if you want to own the devil himself, y'all need to understand, as a woman, anything that anybody can summon, throw at you, you know how y'all be like, ooh, they throwing negative energy at me. They throwing the evil eye at me. My mama jealous of me. They held me down. My dad said this about me. They kicked me when I was down. You know, I was bullied. You know, people be doing evil shit. They did all kind of wicked shit to tear me down. Oh, they put a hex on me. Oh, the voodoo did this. They did the voodoo doll on me. Oh, they put a spell on me. Hear me and hear me. Open up your legs. Everybody right now. Open up your legs. Right now. Open your legs. Take your energy and your attention down to where your navel and right above your pussy is. Take your attention there. Is it tight? If it's tight, breathe into it now. When you breathe into it, have your belly expand. And as you exhale, relax your whole pussy. Do that about 5 times. Inhale, stomach expand, legs open. Legs open. Anything that has ever been summoned against you, the devil, a hex, a curse, the devil, evil eye, wickedness, dark forces, the enemy, all of it, abso-fucking-lutely, all of it comes from you. Deny that? Bitch, stay disempowered. Get the fuck on. Deny what I just said and get the fuck on. Anything and everything that could be summoned, seen and unseen, comes from you. You want that kind of power or no? You want that kind of power or no? Do you want to get to the place where you know it from the center of your soul, the bottom of your spleen, the base of your pussy, and you're in-fucking-movable? Do you want it or not? Because otherwise, stay hiding. Stay hiding. Stay on, what's that y'all be on? Shade Room. Gossiping about other motherfuckers. Never having the money you want. Telling your kids you can't afford it. Mad at other bitches. Blaming your mama. Begging God. That's what's in store for you if you don't own the shit. Yeah. Be mad at yourself. That's who you be mad at. So, when I say dangerous, prosperous, and not hiding, I'm not talking about being out here loud and wild and all your shit just showing like that. I'm saying you become so sophisticated. I'm saying you become so true. You become so embodied that you can be in any room in front of a rapist, a bully, your jealous mom, your boss, them gossiping bitches at your job, all of it, everywhere, anybody, and be who you need to be. Look people in the eye. Say what you need to say. And if you do choose to hide behind your husband, you do it skillfully, consciously. You know what you're doing. Yes or no? That's what we doing over here. That's what we doing over here. That's what we doing over here. So all the questions motherfuckers got and how you do that and how you got that power and how you so confident and it's a practice. It's skill development here and skill development down here. And you can begin to come into it by coming to the Womanhood initiation today. If you want next level, you need to sign up for Shadow Gold, okay? And if you already know what's up and you like, I want to work with you one-on-one, Naima, privately, be in touch. Thank you. You can cash at me if you like to express your gratitude right now. So for those of you who are overweight, you hiding behind weight, keep it up. Or let's go. Those of you who doom scroll on TikTok, that's what's in store for you if you don't come into your power. You sleeping in your car? How many of you are sleeping in your car right now? How many of you are homeless right now? That's what's in store for you if you don't come into your power. I told you, I'm talking to 3 different women right now. I know it's women watching me right now who are homeless and sleeping in their car. Mm-hmm. There's women watching me who got money and real estate and assets and land and all of that. Mm-hmm. It's women who want working regular old jobs. Yeah, all of them. Y'all see, we see what's in store for you. And I want to, for a moment, lay down some empathy and compassion. I know how we got here. So this is not to blame and shame and make you wrong. I know how we got here. Okay. Bunch of shit was laid down before you and I was even born to get it like this. Okay. So it is a tall order. Yes, it is a large responsibility. And still, it is your life. You here until you go. And I'm telling you, as a woman who has been on the verge of suicide, okay, a woman who has gone through her own myriad of gauntlets of hell, okay, that it is entirely possible. I don't think it's possible. I don't hope it's possible. I'm not saying we're going to try and see. We going to, what's that song? I don't know, one of them struggle songs. One day we going to get, maybe, I hope we, no. You absolutely, unequivocally, incontrovertibly can come into your full power, and you will with your commitment. With your commitment. Is it hard? Yes. Will you lose things? Yes. Will you gain the thing that nobody could ever give you? No man, no money, no nothing external can give it to you. You want that? Do you commit to that? Do you stand for that? Otherwise, you can go make all your friends in your empowerment circles. Go make friends in the comments section on the Shade Room. Go make friends in the comment sections of all the videos talking about decentering men. And go over there with all the unhappy folk who also avoid their power. Go ahead, there's plenty of them. And tell your children, your daughters, daughter, this is how you do it. When your daughter come crying at you because she can't seem to make things happen in her life, you can tell her, well. Oh, we got a troll in the house. Let's play. Let me see. Why you think? Let me hear you answer your own question. Sometimes I like playing with trolls. We extract from their asses. Come on. I want y'all to have the skill of dealing however you choose to deal with any and everybody. Trump. Just what if you just happen to be out somewhere and you run into Trump? How you want to deal with that? Let's say you happen to meet a man who is a man you've never met before. Don't you want to have access to the part of yourself that can interact with this experience you've never had before without running and countering? You get an opportunity in your DMs that you've never had before. Don't you want to be able to access the part of you that can deal with that? That's what this is about. So you can, at any given time with anybody, so you don't run from life, so you don't hide. Do y'all see how this is all connected? You see why I'm keep talking about the skill that's required to be in the full power. When I say full, I mean all of you. And if you're living like this in any way, you cannot. I like to use the trolls as an example for how to shift at will, because that's how life is happening all the time. Shift and then deal with it. Shift, deal with it. Shift and then deal with it. Right at will. Shift and then deal with it. Dynamics, levels. Shift, deal with it. Shift and actually deal with it from a powerful place versus a reactive place or a fear-based place, or this is so unfamiliar, you must be wrong and bad, get away. Like all the things that we do and we mess out and you see, I fucked that up. And you're gonna make mistakes, so let's relax. Okay. Anybody have any questions? I'm about ready to wrap up now. You need profile photos to connect here, people. So the Womanhood initiation is happening today, 5 p.m. Pacific. The last one is happening on Friday for a little while. We will have another one. I don't know when. I'm just saying. For now, I know it's today, 5 p.m. Pacific, and Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. If you are ready to start developing the skill that I'm talking about here, and you want community, ongoing community with women who they're seeing the same content as you, they want to refine their dangerous power, they want to invest in themselves, they know that they need help. I just talked to a woman this morning, 27 years old in Chicago. Ooh, y'all so sharp, y'all girls in y'all 20s. I love it. Y'all so sharp. The youngest woman in the community is 22 years old, and she's in Canada. The oldest woman in the community is 59 years old. I love that range. All these women want their power. They want to create the content that they really want to create because they're selling products and services, and they know that they need to be true in their content so that people actually resonate, so that the people actually buy. Our area of focus is going to be voice. Our first gathering as a community, because this is a new community, our first gathering is next Monday, the 29th at 9 a.m. Then our next gathering is the following Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific for those who are in the community. So you're going to find out more about the community today at the initiation that's happening at 5 p.m. Pacific. To register for that initiation that's happening today at 5 p.m. Pacific, you can go to the link in my bio and click Womanhood Initiation and register there. Okay? The link to sign up on YouTube is going to be in the description, or if you want to go there now, it's NaimaSingletary.com/womanhood. NaimaSingletary.com/womanhood. What other topics would you all like me to go into? Because I'm going to consider them in preparing for my next live stream. Put it here in the comments, please. Will you tell me? Or what you could do is you could Cash App me and put it in the Cash App note. What topic do you want me to consider? Like seriously, what do you want me to go deeper into? What is your specific problem? Make it super specific. Don't ask me general questions. Like, where are you actually struggling? Yeah, I'm an Aries. Dealing with tiredness, breaking duality into oneness. You mean unifying duality into oneness? What about, okay, I'm going to use Goddess Ruth as a teaching point. You see how I said, ask me a question, and Goddess Ruth said, dealing with adult children? What do you think I would say to that about the quality of that, dealing with adult children? Who wants to guess what I would say to that? I want to know what topics you all want me specifically as it relates to your power, what you're doing. Exactly. Please get a profile photo. Do not comment here without one. Like, this is social media. I want specific questions, not dealing with adult children, not primal power. And here's the thing. That's why you get weak answers. Do you go to the universe and say, universe, tell me about primal power? Then you get weak responses. Alrighty, I'm about ready to rock and roll. I look forward to being back here very soon. So much more to come. I'm excited. You all take good care of yourselves.